Hello, everybody. Those of you who listen to me on Facebook, those of you who listen to me on LinkedIn, those of you who listen to me all over the place. I'm going to tell you something. You got to get off your ass. Do you realize that the problems our nation faces today is each and every one of you's fault? Hey, 2008, I came in third with 8,790,000 votes, write-in votes. But I could have won the election, and we would not have Obama to deal with. And now look at what. We're going to the extreme other side with Trump. Gosh. Hillary Clinton is positive she could beat Trump. And I seen somebody else. I believe he's a libertarian candidate, and he said the way you win elections is you don't lose. These are the morons out there that you are calling your politicians you want to make presidents. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how many videos left on YouTube now. I swore never to take them off from when I make them so that you know if I do not keep my word, you can put it right in my face. I make the promise to bring your voice, to make Congress serve you, and to bring leadership to D.C. That's all I'm promising you. But together we can fix everything our nation is facing. Everything. From the hungry in the streets, from the homeless in the shelters, from the poor, from those who need help, from the veterans, to the way the world is. We can fix it, but only together. Just like me winning the presidential election, it's an impossibility unless you all realize and do something about it. Not me. I had a lady that was at a stand, and she was yelling, Trump, Trump, Trump. She chased customers away, and she hollered at me because me and her husband was talking about politics. But she yelled Trump so much that she offended several customers, and they walked away. Today, yesterday, I asked her. I said, why? She says, I'm not going to vote for Trump. Not no more. He's this, he's that, he's... But I'm telling you, you all need to open your eyes. What is Trump saying that's new? Nothing. He's just yelling it louder. All the stuff he jumps up and yells. And he's not the only one. Go through each and every one. Oh, they're going to talk about global warming. No, let's talk about climate change. Climate changes constantly. Every single year, it's never the same. I just hope we're not done with global warming. It looks like we are. Oh, well, I told you several years ago about global cooling. What happens then? So, I talked to you about the way we should treat the rest of the world, our foreign affairs, how we should be as a nation. Separation of church and state must be maintained to the point where I may end up having to do some radical items that are not seen in this country. Investigators have interviewed hundreds of people while intelligence agents look for tax program is so broken that it couldn't pay our debt if we even tried. The only way the tax program can work is that every single American and every single person inside this nation pay a fair share of taxes. Whoa, wait a minute. We have a lot of people. Right. But we have a lot of people that don't pay taxes that need to start paying taxes also. But how do you do that when they don't register for this or register for that? You go into a tax system that is not based on your ability to work, your ability to get a job, your ability to earn an income. We go to a tax system that's based on your ability to spend. In other words, get rid of the income tax, get rid of the excise tax, get rid of the inheritance tax, and go straight to a sales tax. Some people call it fair tax, some people got it other names. No, it's simply a sales tax. And then once every quarter or 4 months, the federal government will send a refund to everybody that they're entitled to because there's some items that should not be taxed. So it's like the tax season, but you don't have to fill out the paperwork. The checks are just going to come. But everybody will be taxed. How every religion must be. Also, I told somebody the other day, I will defend their right to hold up and wave a Confederate flag because it is their heritage, their freedom, their speech. It's up to us to decide whether to look or not. As the same as someone could hold up a flag from Mexico or a flag from England or a flag from Spain. And I hope a lot of Americans hold up a flag from the United States. I tell you all to read the Declaration of Independence, written in July 1776. Why? Because that is our government today. The very government we went to war against. I hear people on TV cheer because one of the candidates suggests we close the mosques of a religious group. Persecution of religion. Gosh, how long do we have to live with that? Our forefathers left Europe, left the rest of the world, so they could practice their religion freely. Yet, there we got a candidate leading that wants to attack a religion. Can't do that. Separation of church and state. We've been so conditioned to play tit-for-tat games, war games, war games, war games. But they're not games when the soldier don't come home. They're real. But if you're going to go to war, go to war. If you're not going to go to war, don't go to war. Don't sit on a fence. Do you know what they say about a person who sits on a fence too long? The pickets stick them up their ass. Yeah, no, that's a dirty word, isn't it? People, I don't know what to tell you to get you all started. I cannot do this alone. You all can, and you can do it right, but you gotta get up off your butts. You gotta stop believing the stuff that's being presented on the TVs and start looking for the truth. We together can fix this nation, but there's nothing in the Democratic Party or the Republican Party that could stand up close to that. Oh, forget the Libertarian Party. I offered myself to them, but no, I don't know where they got this candidate this time. I think the Libertarian Party was, best way to describe the Libertarian Party is suicide. They want to kill themselves because they pick some of the very worst people they could ever pick for a candidate, in my opinion. Extremely terrible people.
There's no disguising it. More care.
When someone says
Elephant difference at elephant.com.
we just want to show a presence, that's not there to win. But someone says, I know how to win elections, you don't lose. Well, that individual must lose a lot of elections. You should watch him trip and stumble off stage. I guess that statement was too strong for him. But what can I say? So, bottom line, people, is I'm not going to talk to you about anything in particular. I'll let the candidates tell you their stories, and you sit there and listen. Then you decide, is this what you want? Really? You want this person here or that person there? When they are grandiose of fairy tales, fallacies that cannot be done. Do you want someone who doesn't even know the Constitution to be president? Or do you want someone who believes she is above the Constitution to be president? Do you want someone who has no idea what the history of this nation is and the heritage of each and every one of us? And there's a lot of different heritages out there, believe me. Or do you want someone who's been doggone a bull in a china closet shop racketing everything? He's got a lot of good things he says, he just don't know how to do it. I've been around for a while now, and you all have a lot of videos to watch. Then you can decide. But the only way things are gonna happen is first, you got to get your pen or pencil out, right to your state election committee, board, whatever you want to call them, and tell them you want J.D. Crivo or James Crivo, and also put J.D. in there so they have it all on the ballot for President of the United States. Don't worry, once you get me on the ballot, everything will fall in place. Notice I didn't say, send me money. All I'd like is a stamp. USA Priority 1 first class stamp to be placed on an envelope that you address to your state election board, telling them you want James D. Crivo on the ballot. Is that too much to ask from you to help fix this country? Oh, after I get elected, expect you to get very involved in fixing this country. Because my 3 promises, the first one is yours. Your word. Your desires. Your voice to Washington, D.C. You decide. I like my beard. I'm thinking of keeping it for till after the election. I gotta trim it down though. But people, this isn't about a dog and pony show. And let's not make it a popularity contest. Let's make it a true presidential election. You think I've had no experience? What experience do you need? What qualifications does the president need to have? You don't find me posting on all the things I've done for social events, social society. You don't have me posting my college, I completed my associate's degree. You don't have me telling you all that stuff. No. I am telling you what we got to do. I don't care about all that stuff. Besides that, when I go to schools and read, or when I go to organizations and work with them, that's for me and those organizations. Not to be publicized, not to be used for further down the road. So I refuse to. Bottom line is, though, people, you have to decide. Do you want a person who has a strong belief in God, also Jesus, and believes all churches are holy, and all religion, if the person truly believes it in here, are real.
A Shabbat in
But
Tucson, Arizona is also celebrating the season with
a religion
Lego menorah.
is not a state. When you're on earth, you must remember, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, render unto God what is God, and never shall the twain mix, because boy, you get a mess, like ISO. We must be a nation that is strong, serious, honest, truthful, straightforward, and mean what we say and do what we say. No longer will politically correct be correct for the United States of America. Being straightforward, honest, truthful. And that's what we must be. So people, I don't know what to tell you. I cannot tell you anything more than what I've told you over and over and over again. It is time for you all to seriously think about this. Seriously say, I want James D. Crivo on my state's ballot. And write them. Notice I didn't say vote for me. I said get my name on the ballot. Then you all, when you go in to vote, you can vote for me. You cannot vote for me. It doesn't matter. But you put my name on your state's ballot so that people have the option. The political parties or candidate. The machine or an American. The choice is yours, but unless you do something, there is no choice. They're setting it up now, and you're seeing it. And I'm telling you that we together can do the job needed for this country. We can. And I've been known for never breaking my promises, and I do not plan on breaking them this time yet. That's something I do not wish to start. That's why my promises are so few. And the way it is. So, bottom line, people, what do you want for our nation?
Approximately 2,600 teens a year and injure 100,000.
Do you want what extreme or the other extreme? Do you want one who knows nothing about the Constitution? He's proven it in every word he speaks. Or do you want one who believes the Constitution was never made for her? She can do whatever she wants, whenever she wants. Or do you want our country to be as our Constitution says? As it is written. Not the way you like it to be written, not what you don't want in it, but as it is written. And that's how it shall be. And that the Declaration of Independence is used to correct the errors, the faults, and the problems within our nation. They need to be fixed. So people, I say to you, you decide what you want. But if you do nothing, you have no decision. But if you write your state and get my name on the ballot, when you walk in to vote, you will have a major improvement in decisions to what you want. So it's up to you. Some of you who want to help get other people involved, go around, make a flyer, make something. Get JD, James Dennis Crivo's name on our state ballot. Pass it around. You all have a nice day now. You all have a nice night. Remember, without you, I'm just one person. So it takes us together. I want to thank you for your time, and I thank you all for listening. But unless we start now taking care of these problems, the cards will be laid down for you, and you can only choose what they tell you to choose. Thank you. Have a nice night. This is JD.